Alright, hello everyone and welcome to another stream. I'm Antizark, this is Everquest 2, and we just got done doing the raid stream. Took a little bit of break, and we are back now. So we're probably going to end up doing some Vasti Deep stuff, and maybe even step foot in Backwoods Brawl. So hang out, chill, and we'll get to it. So. Alright, I think first thing we're gonna do is help Lost Days Confused. Nice. Hey, how's it going, Delta? I like the Lost Days and Confused.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just sitting here cruising through my macro.
Yeah. Yeah, I did, I looked through mine and, kind of got everything in an order that I liked. Actually, let me log on that and I'll tell you what order I got.
Okay.
Yeah. Still a little, just, that was a wild amount of, stress and stuff going on there. It's a lot. But that's okay. It's good stress. It's good, raid stress. So we're all set. Okay. I also got, today I got my, Guardian up, or my, Berserker up. So we're gonna check him out. Alright. Here we go. Let's talk to a group and all. That way we're not spamming the chat. Alright, cool. So I started out with Stunning Roar for my taunt there.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Stunning Roar? Really?
Yeah. The only issue that I would have with that one is that if it stunned the target while I was trying to pull it.
Okay.
So that's maybe interchangeable with the other one. But the other one's 10 seconds, so it might be a problem. And then I put Belly Smash, and the reason that I put it so high is just getting it, like, if anything else in the macro, because it can only be used when the target is knocked down. So
right.
If anything in the macro knocks them down, which I know Body Check does, it will immediately jump to the top and do Belly Smash.
Really?
Yeah, because it won't be available until the criteria is met. It's a trick I use with scouts and stuff for their backstabs. So I do it like that. Let me turn this music down. It's on like 2 and it's too loud. There we go. We'll go with 1. Next thing is Experience Insight. The other one you're not going to have yet, but it's Defender Sweep. It's actually really cool. It reduces physical damage on the group by 60%. Lasts for 8 seconds. I have it high so that like it catches that spike damage right at the top. Yeah, Experience Insight. It's like it's a yellow sword hilt. And the cool thing about that is you cast it and it makes you immune to root, stifle, stun, and daze. And gives you a 100% chance to strike through. And increases your threat and all the goodness, and it lasts for like 34 seconds.
Okay. Now, see, I didn't even have that on my hotbar.
Oh yeah, you want to have that
on my. I didn't even have that in my macro.
Oh yeah, that thing's amazing, dude. Especially it's a recast of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but with ready up. When you get ready up, that's gonna make you go insane. So,
and when do I get ready up?
When you get enough points, when you get enough prestige points, and get enough achievements done.
Okay.
So next I have Open Wounds. That's just a I have it so high because it makes Bloodshed, Utter Destruction, Bloodbath, Berserker's Onslaught, and Partisan Cleave all cast instantly. So pretty awesome.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And I kind of want to do, I moved it up and I didn't actually change the positioning of my other things. And I think I will now because of that. Because it's a pretty long one, and with ready up it's gonna proc a lot. So I'm probably actually gonna do Berserker Onslaught, Utter Destruction. What's the other one? Bloodbath, Partisan Cleave. Where's Bloodbath? Oh, there's Bloodbath.
Open Wounds during Onslaught.
Yeah, and Berserker Onslaught. Basically all your blues. So what was the other one? Bloodbath. No, I got that one. What was the other one? Bloodshed. Bloodshed is the one I don't have.
Yeah, the Saga of Bloodshed. That one cast in 5 seconds, recast in 7.5 seconds. That
is it?
Quick.
Is it Saga Bloodshed?
Saga of Bloodshed, yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I missed the... Yeah, first of the words, yeah. Okay.
You have that in the hotbar after cheering Onslaught?
Yeah, so basically what I've done is I put all of those abilities together right after that thing. Yeah, I'm kind of like, as I'm reading things, I'm kind of moving things around real quick. Okay. I think that might work. Okay. Yeah, so I did Open Wounds and now put Berserker Onslaught, Utter Destruction, Bloodbath, and Saga of Bloodshed right below that, all your blues, except for Dragoon Spin and Earthshock.
So Earthshock,
No, don't. You don't need Earthshock. Earthshock goes at the very end. You want Earthshock casting as much as possible because of all that AoE taunt. And the crit bonus increase.
Damn, well, I just screwed up.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
So you go Stunning Roar, and then Belly Smash?
Mm-hmm. And then Experienced Insight. And then you want to do Open Wounds and all of your blues except for, well, yeah, all of your blues except for Dragoon Spin and Earthshock. Because if you look at it, they're all like 7.5, 15, 30, 20, you know, so. I mean, you can set them up for whatever, but, the only one that might mess it up is Saga of Bloodshed because it's a 7.5 second recast. But if you got the casting speed and the reuse speed, then it might be okay.
So Experienced Insight. During Onslaught.
What is that? Jeering Onslaught? Yeah, I actually don't have that in here. I've got that in a separate macro that's doing taunts.
Then...
yeah. You can actually... Yeah, you can keep that one in there. Under Experience Insight. Because I have Defender Sweep in there. I have another ability in there. So you can keep the Jeering Onslaught in there. Or no, I have Raging Blows. That's what I was thinking about. What's the one you've got? Insolent. Oh, okay, yeah. No, okay, so sorry, yeah, about that. Insolence and Jeering Onslaught don't go in there. Those are your AoE snaps, so you're gonna have those. Actually, put them on hotkeys. So when I press E and Control E, and that does both of those. But yeah, so basically, Utter Destruction, Berserker Onslaught, Bloodbath, and Saga Bloodshed.
But I want to put Open Wounds after Experienced Insight.
Yes. Yeah, because what that's gonna do is it's gonna make all of these instacast. So you're just gonna boom, 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 boom. You're just gonna hit 4 of those instantly, and then move on to the rest.
So do or don't want Saga Bloodshed in there.
Yeah. I have that as the lowest one in that group of 4. So that So it will, it'll be closer to the bottom. I have much less of a chance of screwing up the macro. We may actually move it farther down because of the 7-second recast. I'm just not 100% on that. Because you got 40 seconds, you know, to cast all of them instantly. And the cool thing...
Damn.
Yeah, and I mean, that just, like, the cool thing is that if that refreshes, if Ready Up hits, that refreshes, and then all of these refresh as well, so they instantly go back to casting to immediately. So within 40 seconds, and what's the timer on Ready Up? How much can it? Once every 80 seconds. Gotcha. So basically, we'll say Ready Up triggers right in the middle of that. It can last for the entire time, you know? If we get lucky, you know?
That was fun.
If it goes late, it goes off, and then it hits, and then it comes back and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, within 80 seconds, it's 43 seconds, so you have a good amount of time on 2 casts, so like 86 seconds of uptime on 2 of those. So any time in between that might, you know, anytime before the 43 seconds might make the second one. But then you're just starting another 43. Actually, if it goes, then it's going to trigger again. It's going to do 43 and have to wait 40. So you'll have a... But then that's going to be the normal timer anyway, you know? Because it's a minute 30, which would be 60, 70, 80, 90 seconds. So, like, even if it triggers, it could trigger again before the cooldown would be... Yeah. That's pretty dope. But yeah, so that's gonna make you just do, because that's gonna instacast, and those are gonna just destroy everything. Love it.
So that's the end of the macro right there.
No, that's just the start. So yeah, you do Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Experience Insight. You can throw in whatever you want next. Open Wounds. Just something with a longer reuse timer on it. A recast timer. Between those. Open Wounds, and then all 4 of those abilities. Those Utter Destruction, Berserker Onslaught, Bloodbath, and Saga Bloodshed. After that, you got...
Put something in between them?
No.
Between...
No.
Okay.
Between Experience Insight and Open Wounds. I've got Defender's Sweep, which is a defensive that also does damage. For the whole group.
Oh, okay.
But it's 8 seconds, so, and it has like a 50-meter radius. So, I like it because it'll keep everybody, like, as I'm pulling, I'm casting that and bringing it back, so it gives me 8.4 seconds of the entire group being 60% reduced physical damage. So,
Yeah.
bosses will do like a all the time damage to the group. So you want to make sure that you got something to save the group. So that'll stack with your defensive while you're bringing them back. Okay, so after Saga Bloodshed, do Controlled Rage.
After Saga Bloodshed, Controlled Rage?
Yeah. And,
Yeah, give me
okay.
a minute. I'm still trying to decide what to put in between Experienced Insight and Open Wounds. Maybe chaos. Increases physical defense of the Berserker's group against slashing, piercing, crushing.
Too long. Yeah, I'm trying to find something. Just leave them together for now. They're fast enough casts that it's not going to make that big of a difference. Because you've already snapped aggro. You're going to cast in a quarter of a second, you're going to cast Experience Insight. And then in half a second after that, you're going to cast Open Wounds. And then you're going to immediately cast 4 AoE attacks instantly. Right after that. So,
and controlled rage.
Yeah, controlled rage.
Oof.
And then, so that's going to take you a quarter of a second after that. And then you're going to do weapon counter. Because it's instant. So, after that, Frenzy.
Frenzy?
Yeah. Actually, Frenzy wouldn't be bad to throw up in between there. In between, because that's 30-second recast. And it's quarter of a second cast. And that gives you 3 damage procs on that.
Yeah.
So that hits it with the taunt, hits it with damage, like hit it with 3 different big damage, and then you go into open wounds and then start hitting them with the crazy damage. So something to keep their attention, and then you just blast them.
I got Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Open Wound.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Experience Insight and Open Wound. You there?
I'm still looking.
Oh, okay. Also, whatever you got in there, I would just hit OK and save. Save what you got in case you like leave it, or if you like X out of it somehow, then you've got whatever you've done right now is saved.
Good idea.
Yeah. It's like a Word document. You always want to save.
Did you say Unyielding Will?
No.
No. No, I just read that. That's Unflinching Will was what you said.
No.
No, that's until canceled.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Experienced Insight, Frenzy, and then Open Wounds with Utter Destruction, Berserker Onslaught, Bloodbath, and Saga Bloodshed behind it. Controlled Rage, and then Weapon Counter.
Right. I'm good that far.
Okay. Yeah, past that is Body Check, and then Chaos.
Body Check and then Chaos.
Actually, put Dragoon Spin above Chaos and put Body Check below it. Because Body Check is, for one, that gives you another blue AoE higher. But Dragoon Spin is 22-second recast, and Body Check is 10.
I am not finding Chaos.
It's purple. Looks like a taunt.
Okay.
Alright. So you got under weapon counter, you got Dragon Spin, Chaos, and Body Check.
Okay, I gotta move things around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got weapon counter, dragon spin, body check, chaos.
No, Chaos above Body Check.
Okay, chaos above body check. Good
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Alright. Battle Frenzy, the Executioner's Wrath.
Question.
Answer.
Okay. We're not worried about
Should
the
I work on my
recast time
SK?
here, right?
Depends on what you want to work on. Sorry, what's up?
I was building mine on the recast time.
Yeah.
Trying to keep everything.
Yeah.
I'll have to
And
look at this one.
that's generally what you do.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to do here is, well, like a few of these are instant or going to be instant, so they're not going to matter. The recast is going to change on them. But like I said, we still have to try this one out and see if it actually works.
No, I trust your judgment.
Yeah.
I'm in a learning curve here.
Yeah. I tell you what. Okay. After Battle Frenzy and Executioner's Wrath, Yeah. Okay, let's put Battle Frenzy. Let's put Battle Frenzy higher. Because that's a good heal. And it triggers every second. And lasts for 34.5. So that one needs to be rather high. So like maybe right before, yeah, we'll do right before Experienced Insight. That way you're getting healed the entire time. It'll be right under Belly Smash is Battle Frenzy. And that's got a long enough duration that it's not gonna trip anything up, really.
So Battle Frenzy before Experienced Insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna put Rampage. I think it would actually do really well right above Open Wounds. Especially because it's right after you cast Open Wounds. For the 41-second duration. It's just gonna get hit with these crazy, huge, like, fast recasting things, and you're gonna get all that extra because they're instant cast. If you're getting ready up, you're gonna be set on that too.
Rampage.
What about Rampage? Yeah. Rampage, yeah.
I don't have Rampage, I guess.
It's a blue, looks like a sword with like a purple and white line or pink and white line behind it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Mine's yellow.
Yeah. Sorry, yellow. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, and you want it where?
Right below Frenzy. Actually, we could put it right above Frenzy. That way you get the 3 proc from... Yeah, let's do that. Right above Frenzy. That's gonna... See, here's the problem. Here's what we're gonna do. How to fix this. You're gonna have those on a precast macro too. So, yeah. So they'll already be cast in a perfect world. And then they'll come up whenever they come up.
So, Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Open Wounds, Rampage, and then Frenzy.
Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Battle Frenzy, Experienced Insight, Rampage, Frenzy, Open Wounds.
Stunning Roar, Belly Smash is what I have.
Yeah.
Then Open Wounds, and then Rampage.
Battle Frenzy right under Belly Smash.
Okay. So, Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Battle Frenzy, Open Wounds.
Experience
Rampage.
Insight needs to be below Battle Frenzy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then below Experience Insight is Open Wounds.
Rampage. Then Frenzy. Then Open Wounds.
And then my 4 AoEs.
Yep.
Then Controlled Rage. Weapon Counter. Dragon Spin.
Yep.
Chaos. Body Check. And Executioner's Wrath.
Yep. And then Maul. And then Wall of Rage.
Wall of Rage after Executioner's Wrath.
Yeah.
What guild are you in?
I am in an Enigma. So Wall of Rage is one of those you're going to be casting, you're going to be pre-casting anyway. So it'll be fine to come back whenever it comes back down here. You don't... A lot of these you might be able to move around if they're stalling anything or making you not do enough damage to hold aggro. But with the precast, you should be fine. But yeah, that'll be about when you need a refresh Wall of Rage, and it doesn't do enough to warrant it being so damn high. Alright, so Maul and Wall of Rage. Mutilate, Knee Break, and Rupture are the last 3 above Earthshock.
And what was it again?
Mutilate. Looks like a hand, looks like that bind wound thing.
Okay, Wall of Rage, Mutilate.
Knee Break, and Rupture. So it's a foot and a sword.
Okay.
And Earth Shock is going to be your very last one.
What was it again for the last one?
Earth Shock. And hit OK on that.
Okay, one more time. What was that last one?
Earth Shock. The blue one with the sword.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Alright, cool. So let's go
Okay, still
test it out.
room for one more, looks like.
Do you?
I don't have one you have, though.
Yeah. Throw in
What the hell is Gut Roar all about, anyway?
Gut Roar.
Yeah, all it says is target self casting 0.13 seconds, recast 30 seconds, duration 3.5 seconds, will absorb physical damage. Doesn't say how much, just will absorb physical damage.
Hold on.
Page 4 or 5 on mine. Right above reversal.
You said reversal. Oh, there it is.
Does something.
Yeah, it's a yeah, it until canceled ability. It's a ward. It doesn't say until canceled, but that's what it is until canceled.
Okay.
So you can just put it on that bar of like line of until canceled abilities you have. All right. Also, you want to have Abandoned Fury as your stance, and just kind of leave it there. Yeah, Dragoon's Reflexes is my main defensive. 21 seconds of 100% parry. And no interrupt. I also use Perfect Counter, and then I set up Wall of Force to be a macro. So I just make macro, and then I just added Abandoned Fury under it, and I have a Wall of Force checked as the primary. That way, when I hit, I have it as Shift V. So if I hit Shift V, it's going to see that it cast it and then put it right back on. So I turned it off with one hit, and then I hit it again, and it cast it, and then put it back on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you just hit it twice, and then you can use it. So you're kind of cheating the system, but it works really well. But I use my other two
Okay.
more than that.
What is up with Battlemaster?
That's a good question. Oh, Battlemaster. Yes, that's just you're just gonna cast that before battle. That's gonna be part of your precast. I kept it out of my precast macro so that I could cast it every now and then. But it's like a 2-second casting speed. So I don't actually have it in anything. It's just like, it's a 6-minute recast, it's a 2-second casting speed, and it's a 12-second duration. It's good for running in and getting a really nice taunt, is really what you're going to try to do. Because a really nice start to your macro. So like, when you run in and like you're casting your ability, so it lasts 12 seconds. So this is quarter of a second to cast. Belly Smash will be skipped when you first run in. Another quarter of a second. Another quarter of a second. I have half a second there. And then, so that's 3/4 of a second. Half a second. So that's a second and a quarter. And then you got 3/4 of a second, so that's 2 seconds. Quarter of a second, half a second, so that's 2 3/4 seconds. And then these instant casts, so that's going to be good, and that'll be almost instantly. Yeah, and the quarter of a second instant cast, half a second, so you're on like 4 seconds there. 1 second, so 5 seconds. Quarter, half. So that's 6 1/4. Quarter, yeah. So 7 seconds with an instant cast Earthshock. So within 7 seconds, give or take some recovery speed, you'll be through your macro. So you can get about 2 full macros through, depending on recovery speed, or recast speed, before that runs out. So that's going to give you 4.5 fervor on everything and 22.7 ability double cast. So, and then it's going to take 6 minutes to come back or a ready up. So basically, you're really only going to cast it. You want it to be the last thing you cast for your precast macro. Now I haven't done much with the precast macro, but we can check on that. What I have on here currently is open wounds and rampage. Like, okay, so save what you got and make another macro called precast.
Called what?
Precast or pre-fight cast, whatever you wanna put on there. I don't know why that's on there. That's just 34, 30, 13th of a second. You get rid of stand firm, don't need that one on there.
Okay.
Okay, so all these have a really nice duration on them. It's really cool. So you want to get everything in about 15 seconds. So if you make you do your 15-second precast macro. So Ethereal Conduit is going to be your first spell. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let's go change you to... Actually, we'll leave those out, and we'll just do a base precast macro without the Ascension abilities in there.
Okay.
So, so do open wounds. Okay. Controlled rage. Battle frenzy.
Hold on a second.
All right. So that's, yeah.
I'm having trouble with controlled rage.
Do you not have it? Do you not see it?
I'm not seeing it, no.
Controlled rage looks like an outline of a person. Like a white chalk outline. It's yellow background.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So you want open wounds, controlled rage, and then battle frenzy?
Yep.
Okay.
Next one is Wall of Rage. Then weapon counter. And then experience insight.
Still wall of rage and what?
Weapon counter. Is that the right one? Experience insight after weapon counter. It's not the right one. No wonder. All right. After experience insight, it's going to be Battle Master. And you can finish it off with Rampage. There's also some Ascension abilities you want to throw in there, but this is a good standard.
Okay, was experienced insight and what goes in between that and rampage?
Battle Master. And Battle Master being your last ability is what you want to put the primary check mark on. Because, remember, Rampage casts second. So what is this? This is 3.5, 4, 4.25, 4.5.
So you want rampage
5.
last?
Yeah. Instant. 5.25. 9.25. 11.25. 12, 13. 14. Gotcha. So, I've got mine at 14 seconds to cast everything. Because I've got some ascension abilities in there.
Why am I blind in one eye and can't see out of the other?
What are you trying to find?
Battle Master?
It is a yellow one with a flaming sword. If you've got it sorted alphabetically, you may actually need to sort again since you got it recently. It might be on your last page.
Is it an ability or a spell?
It's combat art. The only spells you're gonna have are the deity things. Yeah, hit sort.
I may not have it yet.
Yeah, you do. Hit sort, hit alphabetical, and down max level only, and hit OK.
Master, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's the last one, right?
It's second to last one. Rampage is going to be the last one.
Do you want Battle Master marked as the
Primary, yeah.
primary? Okay.
Yeah. So what that's going to do is that when you get to Battle Master and it goes dark, you know you've cast everything before the fight.
So I should do the same for Earth Shock?
No. You.
And my attack.
Yeah,
macro.
Rupture is going to be your right under knee break. Rupture is going to be your second to last.
Okay, I got Rupture and then Earth Shock.
Yeah.
Earth Shock being last.
Yeah, do Rupture.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and you've got Battle Master and then Rampage right on the precast.
Oh, you're not gonna believe this. I closed it out without saving the damn thing.
Yep. I've done that more times than I care to admit.
Man.
All right. Well, before we do that, let's go to Portal Mist.
Okay, I don't have the warm up.
Yeah, we're gonna change your. So the problem with Elementalist, and since you're not invested in it, we're gonna go ahead and switch you to a different AA spec. Not AA spec. We're gonna switch you to a different Ascension setup. So let's go to Shadowhaven.
My shit's all screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
My
fix that.
hotbars look like
Yeah. Alright, so Ascension guy is in the second room back here. On the left. So like second main chamber on the left. Alright, so let's make you a etherealist. Cool. You've got,
Aye.
is that level 20? If you hit,
Yes, it is.
okay, cool. Awesome. Very good. Yeah, I think we got all your books, so that's good. Alright, so, under... let's put all the Ascension abilities in first, into that macro, and then you can, then you can put in your other ones intermixed in between them. Okay, so the first one you're going to want is Ethereal Conduit. It looks like a teal swirl, like maelstrom with a yellow background. It's going to be, there's going to be two of them, so Ethereal Conduit 2.
Yeah, Ethereal Conduit 2.
Yep, that'll be the first one.
And it says target.
Yeah. Put yourself in there. Type your name in that.
Just type self.
No, type in 4 Delta. The way properly capitalized and all that stuff. Capitalization shouldn't matter, but just in case. So that's going to make sure that even if you're targeting another player, it casts on you. When you click that macro. Alright.
And this is going to be pre-con?
Yeah, this will be... Yeah, pre-attack. So, like, when I do that 15-minute countdown, that's what that's for. It's time to pre-cast your abilities. So, the next one you're going to want in there from this list is going to be Siphon Fervor. Looks like the soul being sucked out of a dude. Purple background.
Yep, Siphon Fervor.
Yep.
Okay, it's in there.
Alright, feedback loop. Looks like a blue guy with 2 swords. Or something. And lightning. Yellow background.
Feedback loop?
Yeah, feedback loop.
Okay.
Alright, and so that's, you also want to drag feedback loop to your bar.
Alright.
Actually, I'll tell you what, take out feedback loop and put in touch of magic. That'll put you right at 15 seconds.
Take out feedback loop and add what?
Touch of magic, it's a green hand.
Okay.
Okay. And then just put feedback loop on your bar somewhere that you can click it.
Got it.
Okay. Alright, so now for regular combat arts. Pretty much everything else in that... Oh, say again?
This goes in my pre-attack?
Yeah.
Or pre-attack closes up now?
Go ahead and hit OK just to save it, what you got right now, and then open it again.
Okay.
Okay, so do this. On right above my... So I have like all of my regular cast buttons, but above that I have a bunch of abilities that I cast on other people. Or the group. So I have
In your hotbar, you mean?
yeah. So I have recapture. So go ahead and drag that one to your hotbar. Essence of
we
Magic.
still on Ascensions?
Yes,
Still on
Ascension.
Ascensions?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to drag Ethereal Gift, Essence of Magic, and Recapture. Recapture is going to be a blue infinity symbol. Essence of Magic is a purple, I don't know, dinosaur picture, cave drawing?
Yeah, I got Essence of Magic.
Yeah. And then Ethereal Gift. Probably not going to use that much, but yeah, drag it to your bar anyway.
The Assassin?
No, that thing's trash. Never use that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Ethereal Gift.
let's start from the beginning. All I got was Essence of Magic.
Yeah. Recapture. And Ethereal Gift. You're gonna put all those on your bar somewhere where you can cast them. You can find a place for them once you get used to them.
Essence of Magic I got. Etheromancy, is that what you said?
No, Ethereal Gift. It's like a purple with like fancy writing on it. Okay.
Okay, and what was the third one?
Recapture. Now here's the issue with Recapture. Recapture's really nice. The only problem is that we as barbarians are completely maxed out on everything. For concentration, so basically Berserker Rage, Bloodlust, Warcry, Destructive Rage, and Aggressive Defense are the 5 that we keep up. So we would have to use Recapture on somebody. We would have to give up something. So you're probably not going to use Recapture. You may end up removing it from your bar entirely. But Essence of Magic you're going to use a lot, because if you look at it, it gives a lot of power to the group. And the more you, the more, and it's a power feed over time as well. So you can cast that, and it also increases the ability to double cast. So you can cast that before you start losing power, or expect to lose power, and then it'll, for 26 seconds, it'll power feed.
Cool.
Yeah. The Ethereal Gift reduces your fervor by 50%, and then gives that fervor to 20% of that number to each group mate. So that you're going to do that if you have a lot of fervor and you want to burn something really quick, and your entire group is doing more damage than you are. So if you have some like really good DPS and you want to burn something real quick, go ahead, throw your fervor at them. Now that being said, it will not increase the fervor over cap, which means that you may throw fervor at them when they're already capped and it's useless. So you want to check that with your group first. See if giving them fervor would make them better.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, other than that, the one you're going to use out of there is Essence of Magic the most.
So the other two are just iffy.
Yeah.
If I run out of space, I'll feel bad if I have to lose them.
Yeah, Recapture. No, Recapture you're probably not going to use. You might use it if somebody asks for it. Ethereal Gift you're going to use sometimes. So you'll know when you need to use it. Or you'll forget about it when you when you need to use it.
Well, that's more likely.
Yeah. Okay, so back to combat arts.
Okay, combat arts or
Yep.
free attack.
Oh, yeah, so we're on precast right now. Yeah, but in your knowledge book, go back to combat arts.
Okay.
All right. So the next, the one under ethereal conduit is going to be open wounds.
Damn, we use that a lot.
Yeah. And then controlled rage with the next one. Yeah.
You only
Controlled
need
rage.
feedback loop and essence of magic if needed.
Say again.
And where does it go?
Oh, control raid right under open wounds. Yeah, that's why I had him like pull him out and put it on his bar, so he's got it together.
So it's
You know.
conduit, open wounds, controlled rage.
Yep. Battle frenzy and wall of rage.
And they go underneath controlled rage.
Yeah. And then in between wall of rage. Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead now.
Okay, so underneath wall of rage, you can do weapon counter and experienced insight.
Experienced insight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now
All
let me
right,
see
so-
if I got this right.
Mhm.
I got conduit, open wounds, controlled rage, battle frenzy. After battle frenzy, you want wall of rage,
Mm-hmm.
weapon counter, and experienced insight.
Yep. And then siphon fervor and touch of magic should already be on there, and those are under that.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta move everything up.
Okay. Probably be faster to move them down.
Yeah, really.
And they need to be siphon fervor and touch of magic in that order. So spirits insight, siphon fervor, touch of magic.
Experienced insight, siphon fervor, touch of magic.
Yep.
Good to go there.
All right. So underneath that, you got battle master and rampage.
This is your pre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So what these are going to do is, since they last, like, Ethereal Conduit lasts for 33 seconds. Actually, you know, we may move Ethereal Conduit down. Oh, no, okay, I remember why I put it that high. Yeah, because of 3.5 seconds, that's right. So it's all going to start with Ethereal Conduit, That takes 3.5 seconds to go, and even though it lasts 33 seconds, everything below it is going to have a very quick casting time besides Siphon Fervor and Touch of Magic. So as soon as that one casts, you're gonna have, it's gonna be 15 seconds until you finish this this macro. So that's gonna start it, and you're pretty much going to, if you want to cheese it, because you're the one in charge of the timer, you can start casting Ethereal Conduit and then hit the timer. So you give yourself a couple extra seconds to cast your macro and then go pull. Yeah, so but Ethereal Conduit is going to take 3.5 seconds. It's Touch of Magic is the only other really fast one, and 4 seconds for Siphon Fervor. So what that means is that one is going to have 15, 16, 17, 18 seconds total that it's going to be useful. Which we already went through. It takes about 12 seconds to get through your entire attack macro. Give or take a couple of seconds for recovery, so we're looking at like 18, you know, pretty much. So
wow.
That's probably going to last your whole... Ethereal Conduit's going to last at least one time through your macro. With refreshes and things like that.
Okay, who do I put as primary on this one?
Battle Master. Okay, so Battle Master, what Battle Master will tell you is that when your precast goes dark, you're done casting, go grab the target. And make sure you hit OK.
Yeah.
Now, once you hit OK on that one and close that one out, go back and look at your attack macro.
Right.
Okay, so now looking at it, Stunning Roar will cast, Battle Frenzy, Experienced Insight, Rampage, Open Wounds, Controlled Rage, Weapon Counter, Wall of Rage will all be cast, right? Those are all going to be on... Yeah, those are all going to be on recharge.
Stunning Roar, Belly Smash, Battle Frenzy, Experienced Insight, Rampage, Open Wounds.
Frenzy should be in between Rampage and Open Wounds.
Yeah, Frenzy.
Okay.
Then Open Wounds, and then my 4 AoEs.
Yep.
Then Controlled Rage, Weapon Counter, then Dragon Spin, Chaos, Body Check, Executioner's Wrath, Wall of Force, Mutilate.
Hold on. No.
Break.
No.
Wall of Force.
Wall of Force doesn't need to be in there.
Okay.
Wall of Rage is the one you're looking for. Yeah, take Wall of Force out. That's gonna be on your. That's gonna be one of your stone skins. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Why you went okay.
Well, I kind of wondered.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Wall of Rage after
Executioner's.
Counter?
No, it's Executioner's Wrath. But you're also gonna have Maul in there. But you can put that below Wall of Rage.
Put Maul in there.
Yeah.
below wall of rage. Okay.
All right. And what do you have after that?
Okay, experience in frenzy, open wounds, the AoEs, controlled rage, weapon counter, dragon spin, chaos, body check, executioner's wrath, mutilate, wall of rage, maul, knee break, rupture, earth shock. That's the end.
Okay. Put mutilate under maul. Or sorry, put it under maul.
Which goes under maul?
Mutilate.
Okay.
Okay. So that should be good. But yeah, so talking through how this
question.
is gonna... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Once I hit the button, the
Mhm.
macro starts running.
It
And
casts
it will continue to run.
No. It casts 2 abilities. Each button press casts 2 abilities.
Oh, so I have to keep pressing the button every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The only way you could do that is if you have like a macro keyboard or a macro mouse that you can set up to go 1 1 1 1 1, and then you could press the 1 button and it would press it itself.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll have to press it multiple times. But but what that means is that you can absentmindedly press the 1 button, the 1 key, and watch the fight as it's going. So you're just going to be 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 the whole fight. But you're watching the fight now, and you're not paying attention to what buttons you're pushing. You're not staring at your bars while people are getting attacked. That's why tanks that say, "Oh, I press the buttons," you know. Why? You're not paying attention to anything that's going on, unless you've got it set up so that you can do Control and Alt and all these other things to do your abilities and set up the hotkeys and stuff like that, and you're doing it completely without looking at the keyboard or the bars. You know, that's the only way I could see anybody actually doing that and being successful at being a tank. Otherwise, you're not paying enough attention. Okay, so here's the thing that's going to take you to the next level of being a tank. We're going to set up your hotkeys. So go to Options on the EQ2 button and Controls. Nice. Hello there. Okay, so what we're looking for here is hotbar keys.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you figure out what buttons you want to put things on, what you're comfortable doing. I will say that for me, what I do, some of the big changes I made was I made tilde the auto attack key, because you can set auto attack to a button, but it will only do on the hot button thing there, but it will only do melee if you press that button. So the way around that, because I have multiple characters and sometimes they use ranged, the way around that, I set tilde to a button that on every single one of my characters, it's the same button, or it's the same slot on the hotbar that I put melee or ranged auto attack in, so I can manually control my auto attack. But you should be fine. It'll auto attack when you attack. That's just, it's an annoyance at certain times if you're playing really fast and you need to immediately stop auto attacking. Another option for that is to press F1, which will target yourself. And that's a really great way for a tank to stop aggro. So like if everybody's targeting through you and you hit F1, that'll target yourself, and that'll make them stop attacking because they're targeting you. Okay, so as for hot buttons, I have R, E, F, V, mouse button 5, and Q, and then Control and Shift and Alt variants of that. So those are my hot buttons. That's what I use on everything. I leave it up to you if you want to use those buttons, but
okay.
Yeah.
We gotta back the bus up for a minute.
Okay.
Explain to me what we're doing here.
Okay. So what we're doing, what I do.
Hotbar in.
That's fine.
Under options.
Yeah.
Hotbar keys.
Yeah. Hotbar keys. Okay. So on this, you'll see different hotbars and whatnot you can set up. Now, if you right-click on a hotbar and go to hotbar settings, you'll see key map, and it'll say hotbar 5 or something. So that way you know that that hotbar is number 5. Or 9, or whatever. 1 through 10.
Right.
So on this thing, you can map that slot 1 through 12 across the bar. You can map that slot to be a specific button. So you can map specific keys to do whatever you want them to do. So the way I play quickly and get things done is I have certain buttons set to certain things that in my brain means the same thing for every character, or 2 things, but it's specific to the kind of character I'm playing. So taunt is E on all of my tanks. On my healers, taunt is cure. So, but how it works together is that I have AoE taunts on E and Control E, and I have group cure on E and Control E. So those both kind of do the same thing, just to different targets. It either gets their attention or it cures the whole group, but it's a group related activity. So that's how switching characters, that's how I quickly remember how to play my character. E is always going to be cure if I'm a healer, and it's going to be a area of effect taunt if I'm a tank. So and then R is like R I actually have set to intercept. But I used to have it as interrupt on World of Warcraft. So I've had to relearn that one, because intercept is kind of special. But
okay. So
yeah.
where it says hotbar 1 button 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then it says 1 over here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
change that Where it says empty, how do I change the letter, number,
Okay.
whatever?
So you don't want to change hotbar 1. Just leave hotbar 1 alone. Because that's going to be your first bar. That actually, I probably wouldn't put anything on hotbars 1, 2, and 3. Because those are your 1 through 12, control 1 through 12, and alt 1 through 12. So those are already kind of mapped already. So you can put things on those and quickly access them. I would get something like 4, 5, 6, something like that. And mess with those, but you'll see that they're empty. So
Right.
you just click one, and you can either delete what's in it if you hit delete, or you can hit the button that you want to put in there. And if it's already assigned to something, it'll say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And if it's something that you're willing to get rid of, then that's fine. Because like C is consider, or maybe E is consider, something like that. Q is something else. I think it's auto attack. That's why my tilde is auto attack, because I'm using Q for something else. So you actually have to go elsewhere under controls and unselect those. So I would do that as you apply something over it. You're probably never going to use consider.
Well, for me, C is character.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you won't be using C. But yeah, I think E is consider. So like you'll never use consider, and if you do, you'll think about it and go map it somewhere else. It's kind of useless because you're just gonna attack things.
Okay, so when I go to hotbar 4,
Mm-hmm.
button 1,
Yeah.
it says empty.
Mm-hmm. So click the empty, and then hit a button on the keyboard that you want to make that.
Okay, the button I chose said this key is currently assigned to turn left. Yeah, I can reuse that key.
Yeah. Wait, did you press A, S, W, or D? Did you press A?
Yes, I pressed A.
I wouldn't use A. A, S, W, and D. That's how you're moving around. I wouldn't do that. The only time you ever want to do that is like if you're trying to passively level something up, but there's nothing really in the game that does that anymore. I would use Q, and because do you use the WSA and D to move, or are you trying to use arrow keys?
No, I use arrow keys or my mouse.
Oh, buddy, you got to get on the WSA and D, man. Because the problem, like, okay, here's the thing with the arrow keys. If you're using arrow keys to move around, you have no other things that you can quickly get to. So if you use WSA and D, for one, your arm sits on the armrest, so that's nice. And you're not moved sideways. Yeah. And that way you can quickly use Q and E, and you can use control. You can hit control with the side of your hand, and then hit a button like E or Q.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. That's the standard gamer positioning for almost every game.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll have to practice that one, but
Yeah.
For now, I'm just gonna stack them in the hotbar here, and then later I'll set up a key bar.
Yeah. Yeah, so the only thing I would really set up right now that you're really going to need is a button for your defensive skill, like your drag range reflexes and perfect counter, stuff like that.
Make buttons for those.
Yeah, I would make buttons for those because you're going to be using that in the middle of the fight. So I have mine set to V because it's perfect, like it's right where my thumb sits, right above the spacebar. So when I'm using WSA and D, I can easily hit V for a defensive, and then I can just lean my hand over and hit Control, and then hit V as well. So now I've got two different things, and I've actually got Control Shift V set. So as a defensive as well, and Shift V. So like that way I've got with just kind of moving my hand left and right, because you can hit Shift by just moving your pinky down without laying your hand down, while you still got your hand, when you still got your fingers on the movement keys. So there's also another trick that you'll need a lot as a tank. If you hold the right mouse button down and move, you can strafe side to side, and that way you can look with your mouse as you're moving.
Yep.
So yeah. A lot of people, you can tell people who don't because they run like this. Yeah. Instead of like this. So. And it works with WSA and D too, like and you can, that way you can kind of like even go back and to the side. Because if I hit back and to the side, I'm going to start doing this. But if I hold Shift, then I start doing this. So you can move, if I want to go, if I know I want to go back there in a straight line, I do this. At an angle or whatever. You know, obviously more advanced move. But in tanking, a lot of times you're going to run up, you're going to grab the target, and then you're going to be running backwards to your group while keeping an eye on what the target's doing. So you want to, instead of running up and then getting hit. So all those times that you were turning around, that's time that you're just getting beat up by the enemy. So using you know, kind of, I call it three-dimensional thinking, because like I know there's stairs behind me, right? So I'm gonna do this or something like this, you know. So instead of turning around and going here, I can just go sideways. I see the stairs, I'm on them, moving up. You know, obviously these are weird shapes, so it's hard to do, but you know, but you can generally use that premise for everything. Just three-dimensional thinking, knowing your surroundings and going, okay, I've seen my surroundings, I kind of have a general idea of what I need to do to get up the stairs. And just knowing the zone better is going to help that too. But general, that's kind of the thought process behind tanking. Cool. That I have. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is not... I was looking at my inventory, I was like, what is all this shit? Oh, I'm on a different character, okay. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, that's... You're defensive when you go into a fight. So you're the mob, right? So I'm gonna run up to you. I'm gonna hit you with a taunt. Cast a defensive, and then I'm running back to the group. Or maybe I'll hit a taunt and then, or hit a defensive and then taunt you as I'm going. So, and then after I've taunted you, I'm casting as I'm running backwards. So that means that by the time I get to the fight, I have cast all of my precast things, because if you're out of range, it's gonna cast a utility or a self spell or a group spell or something like that until it gets to one like this. There you go, Dragoon Spin. Unless it hits an enemy, it's just gonna cast over and over again. So I'm gonna be running back. So I'm gonna get a few of those abilities cast before we really start fighting for real. So as I'm running back, I'm attacking, because you also heal as you attack. So that's like that top ability that you have, and then some of your until canceleds, they will heal you as you're attacking. So that's how I go into the fight. I hit a defensive, and then I'm just attacking as I'm moving backwards. So that's why I need to be quick with that. I need V being my defensive, so that I can press it. And I haven't. So like I'm moving sideways and stuff, right? Which means that I'm using I'm holding my right click button down while I'm going, and I'm actually holding my my mouse button 5 down to talk to you, or mouse button 4. So I'm holding both of those down and moving. It's like playing an instrument. Your body will get used to it, and you'll get better at it. But yeah, to move like that, instead of doing this and then pressing the button and then turning around and stuff like that, I'm just going at it like that real quickly, and then you're ready to go as soon as you're there. That's one of the things that makes a great tank. But as far as like what we're doing right now,
do you use auto face target?
I do not. That's actually a good point. There is a thing on your, go to options. One thing you need to turn off. I do use auto face target, but I might take that off as well.
Options in EQ button or options in my personal button?
On the EQ2 button.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be under user interface, and then trying to look at the where is it? So it's use display. Probably not. Basically what I'm looking for is the thing that turns your camera and turns your body towards the target. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Go to controls, not user interface. Go to controls. View options. hit
Okay.
advanced at the top right.
Okay.
And then do auto combat face camera. So what that's going to do is that's going to make your camera not get behind you.
Wait
And
a
not.
minute.
So like when you're targeting something and then you turn to face your target because you auto attack, like that. I guess.
Okay, combat auto free camera. Check it or uncheck it.
So yeah, face camera. Yeah, combat auto face camera. Yeah, uncheck that.
Okay.
Another option under there is combat auto face avatar, but leave that one checked for now, because sometimes you need to be facing your target. Hey, Minnie. Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, so save that one. Oh, also the other one, max camera distance, you want to put that as far as you can get it. It's the slider at the very top.
Got it.
Okay. So that will allow you to zoom out very far, and you can see the entire battlefield. So that's going to help you do that. But yeah, so what that does is that now that you like face away.
How's it going?
And then when you do your melee auto attack, it's not going to make the camera swing around behind you, which is super annoying and screws a lot of people up, because you'll go to face somewhere and the camera's like moving on its own, so you just end up running in circles. So now, like, even if I'm facing this way, like if my camera's to the side of me, you can't see it, but I have it now. So if I go forward, it's gonna go that way. If I hit left, it's just gonna turn, right? Just gonna do that. But if I'm facing sideways and then holding the right-click mouse button, and then running like that, then it's gonna strafe either side. And it'll turn into that normal strafe. But yeah. So, anyway, that's and if you hold the left mouse button, you can run any direction you want like this, and the camera will stay the same, watching you. So you can move all around like this, and the camera will just stay on you. That's good for, you know, if you're running across and you're just trying to, if you're trying to aim your camera at an enemy, and you're running around and doing all of the sorts of things like dodging pillars and doing whatever, you can keep your camera focused on that enemy. So, camera controls are also another giant part of being a tank. Like I said, the majority of what makes a good tank is them keeping their eyes on the fight and knowing what's going on. Most people most people mess up when the fight gets out of their control. And a lot of people mess up when they're trying to hit buttons while the fight's going crazy. They're like, 1, 2, 3, you know. Ain't got time for that. You gotta control the battlefield. So, that being said, new macro. Taunt macro.
What is this?
We're making a taunt macro. This is going to be your standard, just whatever taunts. Just things, not snaps, but ones that increase taunt to the enemy. Increase your threat. So one thing you can do that I like to do for these is take like one of the taunt pictures and drag that over into the picture for the macro, and then have that be the picture.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what that ability is and what it does. So
Yep.
Yeah, so you want to put all of your taunt things in there, which are going to be your 2 green taunts, your Enrage and Stunning Roar, and then your red Mock and Raging Blow, which is going to be a fist. So all of those do taunt, but they don't change position.
Enrage, Stunning Roar, and one.
Mock and Raging Blow. And honestly, it doesn't really matter the order. I put the 2 green ones on the top and the bottom so that I make sure that I'm always casting an encounter to start with.
So I'll put 2 green ones on top.
Green one on the top and a green one on the bottom. And you can put Mock and Raging Blow in the middle.
Got it.
Alright, and whatever the second to last one is, just put that, mark that one as primary. Same thing. Just so you know when you've used everything. And it's best to do, well, I guess Mock and Rage Blow have the same recast timer, so it doesn't really matter. So they're going to come up and you're going to know that you're going to have a taunt ready to go. Okay. The last thing you're going to do, your number 3 slot, so I put that on number 2. Your number 3 slot is going to be your interrupt. Since your interrupt does not, your interrupt isn't on your taunt like it is for Shadow Knight. It is Head Crush.
Okay, where does that go now?
You want to make a new macro for that.
Macro is for
Interrupts. And actually use the picture for Demolish because it looks better. Makes more sense than Head Crush. But that's just me.
Okay, I've got Head Crush in there.
Alright, and Demolish is the one you... Demolish is another one. Demolish is a stifle. It's a different kind of interrupt. It just makes them not be able to cast, so... even if they're... you can't interrupt the ability, you might be able to stifle them. So that's the mentality behind that.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And those aren't going to be in your direct damage macro, so they're always going to be up, even though they do damage. So, if somebody's casting something you don't want them to, just tap that a few times.
Nice.
Yeah. And number 4, of course, is I always have Bulwark of Order on there. Here's a trick about Bulwark of Order. It's a group. Actually, yeah. So it allows you to do damage. It's a damage proc when you cast a hostile ability. So if you're not fighting a group, or not fighting a boss, you can still use Bulwark to get a damage proc out of it. And it decreases combat mitigation of the target. So, and it'll do that like every 2 to 3 seconds, and it lasts for 9 seconds. Actually, wow, they increased the duration of Bulwark. Good. They did that sneakily. Didn't tell anybody. Alright, also on Bulwark, one thing you want to do is you want to right click, make macro, and then we're going to add group text to this one. So you want to add step, and I like to put it above.
Okay, now we're making a macro.
Yeah, we're making a macro, but you're just going to right click on Bulwark and make a macro out of that. So you don't actually have to go to the macro tab, open one up, name it, add a picture. You can just right click on an ability and make a macro out of that ability right there.
Okay, mine just says examine.
Are you clicking the right thing? Oh, you have to have it on your bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then we're adding to it?
Yeah, so you right click, make macro, and then you just want to, at the top it says macro step command. You hit add step.
Right.
And then type /G space, and then something like Bulwark cast, or I cast Bulwark, or something to let the group know that you cast Bulwark, and it has been in fact cast, and it's not your fault if they die. So here's the deal: you don't actually need to do a cancel spellcast in front of Bulwark, because Bulwark is not on the global timer. You can cast Bulwark pretty much anytime, and while stifled and stunned.
Slightly smiling face.
Hey.
Did it say it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Cool beans.
It said it in... Okay, so actually it said it in say. So put /G and then space in front of casting Bulwark.
Take out say.
Yeah, do /G instead of /say. Because the thing is you're only going to want to say this if you're in a group. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Minx.
So like personal preference, I always capitalize everything and whatnot. Like put punctuation and stuff because I don't know. I'm anal like that.
Yeah.
But whatever. You can put whatever you want on there. Okay. After that, on number 5, you can put it anywhere you want, but I have Juggernaut. Thing about Juggernaut is that it's fine and all, but it decreases your mitigation and your defense and parry. But it increases your damage.
Hello, E-Wave.
You can only cast it though while you're berserk, and you're pretty much berserk the most time you're fighting. So you're good on that. So pretty much you'll want to judge that one on your own. You pretty much hit Juggernaut when you want to do more damage, and you're not worried about getting hit. So you might want to hit like when the enemy's about to die, you hit Dragoon's reflexes and hit Juggernaut, and then you start doing more damage to him to try and kill him faster. That's a little bit more advanced, but just have it on your bar so that you can hit it if you need to. And another thing that you will need on your bar and ready to go is Fighting Chance. That is a heroic opportunity, and it's now being used in many of the different dungeons, especially the in-game stuff, where you have to complete a heroic opportunity to beat a boss. So you'll want it around so that and sometimes, like, I think some of the ones where you need a heroic opportunity, they'll just pop up, but you know, it's good to also like use normally and get in the rhythm of using, because heroic opportunities do like give massive buffs and do massive damage to the enemy. So they're actually really nice to cast. They do a non-negligible amount of damage. So it's pretty much like
heroic opportunity.
Yeah, it's called Fighting Chance.
I have it.
It's called Fighting Chance. It's a fist in a speech bubble, yellow background. And like, if you want to take one of those abilities out, like I could see making a case to take Wall of Rage out, because it slows targets, and maybe you don't want to slow targets every time. You know, maybe you don't want to slow the targets all the time. But yeah. If you wanted to take something out of that macro and just throw that in at the top, or at the second thing, because you have to be in combat for it to cast. So like, you could put it right under like Stunning Roar as the second item, then that would make a heroic opportunity every time you cast, which is actually not a bad idea to do, because they'll kind of auto-complete if people are casting the right abilities in the right order. So it's like you'll subliminally get more damage done because it's just casting all the time. So, but for now, you just kind of want it on your bar so that you don't have to go looking for it in the middle of a fight when you're trying. Somebody says, cast a heroic opportunity. But yeah. Other than that, I mean, that's basically the majority of what I have. I mean, everything else is kind of specific to me and how I play. Intercept is a good one to put on a hotbar or hot button, because you want to cast it fast. So Intercept, what it does is you can upgrade it, but it has a 100% chance to intercept all damage on the target. You cast it on a target, or on a friendly. Target takes 12% of the attack damage, and suspends after 1 successful interrupt if over 50% health, and it suspends after 2 successful interrupts if they're under 50% health. So it's 2 stone skins on somebody. So basically, if you lose aggro and somebody's getting hit, you cast interrupt, and they get 2 stone skins or 1 stone skin or something like that. So
I think I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an orange background shield. So that's a good one. Oh, also Cry of the Warrior. So that is a prevents target from changing targets. That is a force taunt. So you want that one separate from your snaps, because that works differently. Even though it does move positions, it ups you 2 positions on priority. It's going to force the target to run at you and to follow you. So basically, when we were talking about running up and like pulling a target, so you're gonna run up, You're gonna hit that force taunt, and then you're gonna run back to your group, and that's gonna make that target follow you no matter, because your group's gonna start doing damage, and if you're running away, then it's gonna start trying to switch targets and run at somebody else. So that force, it lasts for 8.4 seconds, so you get 8 seconds of the target only coming after you. So that's a good one to pull with. You snap that target, and you just force taunt them back to the group. And then you start attacking. And then after that, you probably want to cast like a AoE taunt on them or something like that. And, you know, secure your threat. But other than that, I mean, it's that's pretty much Berserker in a nutshell.
Okay, so I'm going to run my pre-attack macro right before I go pull.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to run up, hit him with Cry of the Warrior,
and
back off.
Yeah.
Battlemaster next?
No, Battlemaster will have already been cast in your precast macro. When you hit Cry of the Warrior, you want to hit Dragon's Reflexes right after that, because you're going to start taking damage. So you want to lock him on you, and then make it so he can't hit you. So that'll pull you all the way back. So that can be down for a minute and 20 seconds. So the next thing you want to cast is Perfect Counter when that one runs out. So basically, when you keep that on until your health starts falling again, and then you hit Perfect Counter and wait. And when your health starts falling again, you hit Wall of Force. So you click it once to turn it off, and then another time to turn it back on. To cast it and turn it back on with the macro we set up. The one you probably don't want to use unless it's the last ditch second is Stand Firm. That's really a freaking useless skill. Because it's got like a 3-second it's got a 3-second I can't cast anything on it. That was the amount of time that it took me to cast anything. You'll be dead in 3 seconds. But yeah. So let's do a countdown timer as a macro. You want to start a macro, add a command, and you want to do countdown / countdown space 15. And there's an arrow on there. I like that one for countdown. Makes sense.
A space between countdown and 15.
Yeah. So yeah, / countdown space 15. So that's going to do, so you're basically going to hit, you're going to precast Ethereal Conduit. When it stops,
15.
You're going to do your thing. And right as it's finishing, you're going to hit your 15.
10.
10 seconds.
5.
5 seconds
4,
right at the end of Siphon
3,
Fervor. Touch of
2.
Magic.
Begin.
So there it is. And Okay, so with so you see how what that took? So this one's with recast and everything, or with recovery speed. This one's going to take 20 seconds. So for your full macro, it's going to take 20 seconds. You don't want to do 20 seconds on your countdown timer, because it's going to be a pain. But you control the countdown timer. So get yourself like into controlled rage or whatever. And then hit the countdown timer. So you precast a little bit more, and then you hit the countdown timer for 15. So a lot of these things you've only got like 12 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever, 20 seconds too. To make use of those abilities, and so does the group. So you want to make sure you pull and have that thing as close as you can get it, as quickly as you can do it. So you may be casting that precast macro like on the way, and that's why another reason why it's good to, you know, be in control of your controls.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to hit the macro for count, and then I'm going to hit my pre-attack macro.
Here, so you have to be the leader to do that. So I made you the leader.
Okay.
15. 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Begin.
So it was a solid 5 seconds before you started hitting your button. So what I did, I have shift 1. So on my right hand I'm clicking countdown, and on my left hand I'm hitting shift 1. So there's little things like that to make you faster and make use of those 15 seconds instead of countdown. Let me find it. Okay, click, click, click.
15.
There you go, perfect.
10.
And you want to be tapping
5,
that thing
4,
until it's done.
2.
But you'll
1.
notice, you go through the fights, some of those have already been used and they're not coming back up, right? So that's another thing. Like, that's also why you don't want 20 seconds, because if you've only got 4 or 5 abilities to cast, it's only going to take you like 5 seconds to cast those, if that. But luckily your abilities to come back fast last for like 30 to 40 seconds. So, and you'll be recasting those in your macro anyway for the most part. The one that we didn't cover was feedback loop. So the damage increases on feedback loop as you spend mana, and it can trigger. Oh, it doesn't say it triggers a reaction with itself anymore. Huh. I wonder if they modified feedback loop. Yeah, basically feedback loop was yeah, so that one has 9 seconds, right?
That's an ascension.
Yeah. You can put that one, it's a very fast cast, so you can put that one in your precast macro, but you're just adding more time to it. Oh, also another thing, get Aspect of the Ether Lord, the level 10. Or actually, it's called just Ether Lord. You want to put that's an until canceled ability, and that one gives you fervor. You want to put that on your until canceled ability section.
Well, I don't want the facet, I just want Ether Lord.
Yeah, just the Ether Lord one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, cool. Let's go try this out.
Hold on a second, I gotta work this around a little bit.
Okay. Do you want some time to mess with it?
Well, I'm trying to get it set in my head when I'm
Okay.
going to do the count and then the pre-attack warm-up.
Yeah.
And then Cry of the Warrior and Dragon's Reflexes as I pull it into me, and then start my actual macro, my attack macro.
Yeah. And then, like I said, while you're pressing that macro, you're watching your health and you're watching the enemy. And if your health starts fluctuating, you toss in another perfect counter or something. And then you wait. And that perfect counter will last for 3 attacks. So it's not gonna last for very long. And Wall of Force will last, and then it'll come back up. And basically what you're trying to do is buy time so that Dragoon's Reflexes comes back. And then you cast Dragoon's Reflexes again.
And Battle Master just every time every chance I get.
No, Battle Master takes way too long to cast, so that's why it's in your precast thing. And it comes back every 6 minutes. So if it gets reset on ready up, then that's fine. If not, then whatever, you wait 6 minutes. It'll probably be 6 minutes before you need it again anyway. So it's a real good precast ability. Not a great, and like I said, it only lasts 12 seconds.
Okay, and what was feedback for again?
Feedback Loop is an ability that you can cast if you want to. It works differently now than the way it used to. So you can actually throw that one in your precast macro as well. But the problem is that's 1.9 seconds. So you're getting into the 20-second timer category, you know?
So I might just leave it on the side until I get better acquainted with what I'm doing.
Yeah, and you might take some things out of your precast macro to just have what you want, you know? Because like Siphon Fervor is neat, but actually, so Siphon Fervor is not going to work. So actually take that one out because it says on spellcast and you don't have spells.
Okay.
So that one will not work for you actually. So that's fine. So that actually takes off 3 seconds of that macro, and you can actually throw Feedback Loop down on the very bottom under Battle Master. Well, above Rampage, between Rampage and Battle Master. And that will give your All right, let's go run a solo.
Okie dokie.
We'll get rid of Monilla. We can both heal ourselves, so let's go, yeah. Let's go run, like, Fungal Foray or something. And I'm probably much worse geared than you, so, we'll see how it works out. Solo is easy enough that, you know, you should be able to tank through it. Yeah, it's what you're looking for is to develop the muscle memory. And that's, you know, talking out mentally, going through it, that's good. But you need the muscle memory of how you're going to get through it. So, you're only really going to do the precast macro on bosses. So we're not going to worry about it on trash. You were running on top of the rope for a second. Alright, so you go ahead and lead, and I will I'll follow your lead. So just approach them however you want to approach them. There you go. Okay. So yeah, first thing we need to do is go down that zip line. And you're pretty tough anyway. So you're gonna do a lot of damage on this. So yeah, these are actually non-attackable at the moment until they finish their fight, and now they're attackable. Alright, so this is going to be our first boss. We walk up, get the yellow text, and that's going to make him start. So back up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to approach this like it's a big boss, right? So you're going to do your precast and your timer.
15. 10. 5. 3. 1. Begin.
Alright. Yep, and go ahead and pull. Alright. So that came out to, you did 34.6 billion and I did 21.67 billion. There you go. Pretty respectable numbers there. Need if you need. On whatever. Okay. And we don't use that teleporter. Just to let you know before everybody runs for that one. You actually go up here. That teleporter is only for the quest. Alright. Oh, I'm still on auto attack. That's odd. That it's not turning off auto attack for me. Okay. Alright, so this one, the route on this one is you go left side. And then since you got your taunt on your number 1, you can just tap 1 if you target that Chasm Fiend. Oh, let's do this. EQ2 options. User interface. You want to sorry, controls, that's what it is. Command keys. Sorry, no, targeting keys. That's what it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so EQ2 button, controls, targeting keys, and select nearest NPC. Sadly, they don't have hostile NPC. They only have PvP hostile.
Yeah, F8.
Yeah, but so you want to set tab to select nearest NPC. And then and take it off of next NPC or whatever it's set to.
How do I change that?
You click it. So you if it says something already, you just you click it, hit and then tap the button that you want. So you just click where it says F8 or whatever, and you just hit tab.
So select nearest NPC.
Mm-hmm.
And then click F8.
No, you want to hit tab. You click tab. You click the thing that says F8 in the window, and then you click then you hit tab on the keyboard. So you're clicking the one you want to change, hitting the button you want to change it to.
Okay, select nearest NPC. Hit F8.
No, hit tab.
And then hit.
Oh, yes. Click the F8 that is currently there, yes.
And then hit tab.
Then hit tab. And it should change that
And
to
it says
tab.
this key is assigned to impulse toggle fly mode. You want to reuse this key.
Sure.
Okay, so tab now points me to the nearest NPC.
Yeah. So if you hit tab now, you will target the Chasm Fiend.
Right.
So there you go. So now you can move your body to target different things. So now I'm targeting this. Now this is the closest one, so I'm now targeting this lurking terror or whatever. So that targeted, now I've targeted that. So you can now use your body to select which target you're going for, and then hit tab. So try that out. And that's another reason when you use WSA&D, so that you can just use your ring finger to hit tab as you're walking. And all of this is just to put a bunch of commands within reach of your fingers. So that you have like multiple functions going on. And oh, I nearly jumped off. Okay. And I use number 2 to specifically pull like to taunt. So this one's kind of far away. I have a fix for that on Antizark because he's a Shadow Knight, but I don't have a fix for this thing. But you can kind of just wait for this one to get closer, and it just body pulled. Nope, that just threw me off the edge. Right. Pounce is not great. Okay. I don't have a tinker, do I? I haven't got a tinker yet.
I've got a tinker I can call you.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get close enough to the zip line. I can just COV. Okay, so this one's a good test of your survival abilities. So we're gonna pull this thing around to here. Stand here. So obviously necessity dictates what we have on our bar. So we need a ranged ability on our bar so that we can use our bow, because we obviously can't reach anything now.
I got one.
Yeah, so we got ranged on there. So pull that. There you go. Okay. So as you fight this, I'm gonna stand back for this one. Enemies are going to appear. I'll go ahead and go into subtle strikes. So you got enough blue AoEs that you're gonna pull that off of them. You're gonna grab up all of those things. But what you want to do is like, well, you're knocking through it. That's fine. On the bigger ones, they're gonna stay for a while. So you're gonna want to use one of your blue AoE taunts for that, to make sure that those guys are not attacking the DPS and stuff. There you go. Hold on.
Okay, where are my blue AoE taunts?
Those are Insolence and Jeering Onslaught.
What was it again now?
Insolence and jeering onslaught.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go up to the next one. They will be handy on the next one. A little bit of strategy here. Click that zip line. So the group's usually going to stay up here. So go ahead and go down by yourself, and I'll just tell you what to do. So you can get used to going down by yourself. You'll probably do enough damage to kill those in the heroic. You may need a DPS to come with you, but whatever. So obviously you get down there, you want to throw on a defensive. Well, you're good, you got them. Okay. But on the heroic, you want to throw on a defensive. So how you get back up, there's a boot that will kick you back up. Right there. There you go. Okay, so now the teleporter is active. Now you killed those. So we take the teleporter up. So fighting this lady, she's going to have crystals at the top of these pillars here. You can destroy them from down here, but they become targetable and turn purple. Those are going to reduce the damage she takes. There is one here at the end. There's one here, and there, and there, and then there's one on the other end down there. So it'll be any of these. That's why this is one of those fights where you want to be zoomed out as much as possible and checking the entire area. Hold right click, stare at the entire area, figure it out. Look left and right, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so that's that. So, and then she's going to have ads that come out that turn, if we don't kill the ads fast enough, they're going to turn raid. So, go ahead and fight her. Go ahead and pull her.
I told you never to return. Your death will be your final reminder. I've discovered how to harness the power of the Antizark. I hope my map leads you to the same fate.
Nice. So the difference between that fight and the first one, you did 67 billion on that one. Not bad. Alright, so we click this portal. And it drops us. Right. Okay. So, we're gonna roll down here. Watch out for the ants. The front one is aggro. Alright. And then once they pass, we can go on. So this is where you got that alcohol for. You just jump down. Alright, so these things will pop up in the solo when you run past, like this. But in the heroic, you need to be drunk to see them. So that's why you have the alcohol on you. I think you can also get like, the little spores or whatever that's around here. But, pretty much we all just get drunk. Makes it easy. Alright. So now the boss is spawned. we're gonna be particularly good at this one because, you know, we got a lot of blue AoEs. There we go. Nice. 73 billion on that one. Get better and better. And after you kill the boss, the shiny spawns. Alright, so to get out of there, we run here and then up the ramp here. Make the corner. There's these little sombrero mushrooms there. And then you're coming back here. Now, interesting point. This right here is where we ran through earlier. So when we came down here and jumped down here, this is actually where we come earlier. And you can see the ants there. Okay, so when we're crossing over here, coming back, we just crisscross that path. Okay. And then we go up this route here. That's the hardest part everybody has with this dungeon, is finding this route. It took me a while to do it too, but that's the best route I found. Alright, so there's this wandering group there. So we want to try to avoid that. On the heroic. I mean, they're fine. They're not hard to kill, but it's just annoying. Alright, so click the tame dragonfly over here to fly up. Alright, so the whole, if somebody's fighting up here, the people down there won't be able to click the dragonfly. 90% sure about that. Yeah.
So no fighting till everybody's up.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you want to... So, as the tank, you basically... Unless you're like me and you run ahead way too much. Alright, but I usually get up here and then I wait for the whole group. But a lot of times people can't find it and stuff like that, so... One of the things you do as a tank is wrangle your team, you know, you wrangle the group. Unless they're a really good group that knows what they're doing, you're going to end up wrangling them a lot. So, this one needs two tanks, unless you have enough DPS to kill the thing before it comes. Also, you can interrupt the heal that they do. So you can, if you're a single tank, you can do that. You just got to be good on your interrupts. So, one tank will hang down here, and then the other tank will go up there and fight. But we can just blast through this guy. But like I said, you can interrupt those heals. So honestly, if everybody switches to the ad, or you just kill the ad fast enough, it's all good. Alright, let's go. Yep, yep. We're on the... Our abilities are, you have like 12 seconds to get use out of your abilities. So, maybe 18 seconds. So you want to make sure that you're, as soon as you're, oh, I actually need that one. As soon as you're ready, you want to be rushing up to the boss. As soon as the timer goes off. There we go. So there's shiny there.
That's what I'm having problems with, knowing when I've gotten to the end of my line. But by marking the next to the last one,
Yeah.
my light won't go out until I hit there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be darkened, and that's when you know you're ready to go. The other thing is that everybody else is going to cast their... Everybody else is going to be done casting by the time you hit begin. So you might want to modify what's in that pulling macro, or that timer, so that it ends right at the end of that thing. And it'll, you know, you do some practice, you control it so you can know how much you need to precast before you start doing anything. So.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit. But
Yeah.
good. It's just like everything else. Good place to start. A hell of a lot further along than I would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah, I had to learn it all the hard way. So luckily though, I had experience playing the game, so I kind of understood it. And I had, before I left last time, I had rated and, you know, I figured out how skills work and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll be able to take what I'm learning here and apply it to my other tunes as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because tank was not my first choice of playable critter. It appeared to be what was needed.
Yeah, it's almost always needed. Because, you know, nobody wants to play a tank.
I can see why.
Yeah, it's, and then, Bulwark, you know, is a righteous pain in the ass. But,
yeah, I'm still in trouble working that one in.
Yeah.
I understand what it does. The timing on it is really touchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Basically, ACT, running ACT, that's the main reason as a tank you have ACT, is to tell you Joust and Bulwark. So Bulwark mostly though. So when it says barrage, it's gonna you hit Bulwark. But on almost, like, pretty much every boss, you want to wait until it's halfway done casting to cast it. So it says barrage. You look at the boss, you target the boss, and then you wait. And when it's halfway done casting, you hit Bulwark.
How do you know he's halfway done casting?
If you look at when you're targeting somebody, underneath them will be a casting bar. So, like, watch when I cast something. Like this one, long enough. So you see, like, every time I cast something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I sure do.
So that's gonna happen on enemies too. You're gonna see that in red, and then when they're halfway through that, you hit Bulwark.
Good to know.
Yeah. So Bulwark can also be fixed. It can be brought back up with Ready Up. So even if you screw up, you might have a chance to fix it. If you do screw up, let your healer know, I messed up a Bulwark, have a death save ready. Some healers have group death save. And then, like, Linnell's really good at it. Like, if I tell Linnell, I screwed up, Linnell, have a death save ready. She'll say, let me know when. And it'll say barrage, and I'll say now. And she'll cast it, and we usually live. I did it 3 times
Okay.
one dungeon. She saved us every time.
Okay, ACT.
Mhm.
Let's talk about that.
Sure.
How do I go about hooking that up?
Okay, so you got it downloaded?
No.
Okay. So go to, if you type ACT into Google, it's not going to find it. You have to type Advanced Combat Tracker. And then under that, it's going to have a download link.
Right.
So you want to download, it'll say downloads, and then at the very top, it'll say Advanced Combat Tracker Setup.
Okay.
Okay, and then you just install that.
Okay, as best I can tell, my game is in a file folder called Installed Games.
Okay.
So it will.
Is it on? Did you install it from the launcher, or do you run it off of Steam when you start it?
I use the launcher.
Okay, cool, gotcha. Okay, so if you go to where that button is, and you right-click and go to Properties.
On the launcher?
On the icon on your desktop.
Right.
Or just the icon, whatever. Actually, that one may not work. That one may be the... if you right-click and go to Properties and go to General, does it say... see user something desktop or something?
Hold on, let me look. It says open file location, but...
Yeah, do that.
Okay. It's an application.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's CXE then. So, at the top of that window, you wanna, where it's saying like, drive, whatever, or something, something, and then the folder, just click in the white space next to it, and it should say the drive later slash or colon slash something slash something slash something, whatever. Everquest 2. Did it turn into the link of where it is? Like where you would normally see like a URL on a web browser?
Doesn't have one.
Okay. So you're in File Explorer?
Sorry?
You're in File Explorer? Looking at files in a white square box?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see where it says File, Home, Share, View at the top? Oh,
Home file, home share, view, yes, and
Yeah, okay.
applications too.
yeah, okay. So right below that one, you're gonna see a like a web address bar. Does that have some sort of like path that it's saying? Round about the middle, right under those. I'll tell you what. How many hard drives do you have? Just the one? When you install games, do they just go on the C drive? Maybe I'm asking too many questions.
I'm not sure. It may be faster
Yeah.
to locate the install from the setup window.
Yeah, you might just want to run the setup and try to find it that way.
Since it's in
Well,
CAP data.
automatic setup, so
Yeah.
maybe it'll find it.
You have to tell it where it is, but yeah, it's gonna help you set it up. So you open ACT. And then it's gonna have the show startup wizard or whatever. It's gonna have that thing. You hit next, and then
Yeah, I'll work with it.
well, it's better that we get it set up because this is literally the whole setup. Once you do this, it's done, and it will just accept, as long as it's on, it will accept all of the triggers you get, and it will just work. So this is the whole thing.
Okay, well, I can try and set it up while I'm online with you.
Yeah, that's probably the best. And like I said, if you go to there's that video. If you just go search Google for well, actually, no, I'm right here. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and like run the program, and then it's gonna have the automatic. It's gonna have the setup wizard when it pops up, and then you just go next, and then click through the options, and then it'll ask you if it's for Final Fantasy VII or Everquest 2, and you want to do Final Fantasy, or you want to do Everquest 2. And then it'll ask you again if it's like for Final Fantasy, you hit no. Say EverQuest 2, you hit yes. And then you have to pick where your install location is. Literally, that's it. Once you get that, you hit OK, and you pick EQ2 English parsing, and then you finish, and it's ready to go.
Okay, I'm at Advanced Combat Tracker Home.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Load.
What were the options? You installed the program. You installed you looked in your downloads folder and installed the exe that you downloaded.
No, I'm
Oh, you're on the
looking at it.
website.
I just brought it up.
Okay. Yeah, you want to get the yeah. So let me look. Okay, you want to hit download.
Right.
And then Advanced Combat Tracker Setup is going to be at the very top. So
That's what I want to hit.
Yeah, click that one. So that's going to start downloading the exe in your window, and you can just click that. When it's done, you can just click that and it'll start the install.
Okay. It says open file.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just put it wherever you want.
Okay, it's suggesting C program files, advanced combat tracker. That's good enough for me.
Sounds good, yeah. Quick and easy to find.
Select the start menu folder in which to create shortcuts. There's a box that says don't create a start menu folder. Should I click that?
Nah, don't worry about it. Just do the standard stuff for that. Whatever it wants to do.
Okay. Downloaded.
Okay, cool. So if it didn't automatically start, click your start menu button and just should be able to just type advanced and it'll come up.
Okay, it's on my window where I can run as administrator.
Yep.
Okay. I've got a window open here that says unknown zone and table currently has no data to graph.
Sure. Awesome. Did it bring up a setup wizard automatically?
Oh, it's just all set here. I'm looking at it.
Okay. Go to options. Should, instead of the main tab, do the options right beside that.
Close this window out.
What?
I'm not seeing options. Open, move to OneDrive. Open file location.
Okay, read that back to me. What is it saying?
Okay, I have like a hotbar key on my window here, and click it. I'm offered open, move to OneDrive, send with transfer, shred, open file location, run as administrator, la-di-da, or send to.
Yeah, no, that's the right-click menu on the file. Just right-click or something away from that window. That should disappear.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got the Advanced Combat Tracker open.
No, but I can open it real quick.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Open it.
Parsing event not handled. You do not appear to have any log parsing plugins enabled.
Gotcha.
ACT cannot.
In EQ2, in the EQ2 chat, type /log and hit enter.
Go to EQ2 chat.
No, like in the game. So just press /log in game and hit enter. That will turn on logging in the game, and that's what Advanced Combat Tracker uses to read everything.
/log enter.
Yeah. All right, so close it out and close it out and open it again. That should go away. Watch on the. I can just talk to you here. Yeah. So if you're watching on the TV, it's not going to work because it doesn't have the chat on the side. If you go to YouTube.com or you go on
You
Twitch.
do not appear to have any log parsing plugins enabled.
Okay, plugins. Gotcha. Okay, that's different. Okay. What does it want to say after that?
Would you like to show Setup Wizard to assist you in
Yes.
downloading and enabling one?
Yes.
Yes, no, or cancel.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay, brought up 2 windows.
Yeah, the little one is going to be the Setup Wizard.
Okay. Says this wizard will assist you. Just hit next.
Mm-hmm.
Parsing plugin for Final Fantasy.
So click that drop down and put it on EQ2 English parsing.
Okay.
All right, and then hit next. Actually, install plugin. There should be a button, a big button next to it. Install download plugin.
Okay, says been installed and active.
Okay. Cool. All right, then hit next. Should ask you where you want or where it's installed.
Will ACBC will act be used for Final Fantasy? No.
Nope.
Be used for Everquest 2? Yes. Select your EQ2 installation folder.
Yeah.
This PC?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Yeah, you probably only have one drive.
Downloads, maybe? No.
Mm-mm.
PC,
Looking on
3D objects, desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, Windows.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of try C app data. So yeah, so that's a hidden file. So actually you probably be able to see it in there.
Where's this at now? What?
Where is the default director for EQ2 for I'm Googling.
I would guess my installation folders and desktop.
Well, that's the not the desktop, but the that one's for the shortcut. Let's try this. Okay, so open up File Explorer on your computer, and where it says Quick Search, or just search or whatever.
Right. Quick access.
No, not Quick Access. It's going to be on the right side of the screen. It's going to be like a magnifying glass.
No. Yeah, quick search access, or search quick access.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah, that is, but go click down on this PC. And then that search should change to search this PC.
Okay, I need to do what? Huh.
If you click on
Browser
this
folder,
Yeah, if you click on this PC,
right?
that search will then say search this PC. You got that?
I got that open.
Okay, then type Everquest 2. Maybe EQ2.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, where it says search quick access, Everquest 2.
Oh, it's going to be called EQ2 actually.
Okay.
It's file name. So that should find your EQ2 application, EQ2 exe file. Depending on how fast your computer is how fast it'll go.
Okay, I have... Okay, I'm lost.
Okay. So you've got this PC, and you searched,
Okay.
and you've got files showing up.
Okay, I need to pull up File Explorer, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have whatever file wants to show up. What you're really looking for is like a picture of the EQ2 logo. It's gonna run a search, and the bar at the top's gonna run, and then it's gonna come back with something.
Okay, I don't have a search option here. I mean, the only
So-
thing I got is search quick access.
Yeah, okay, so on the left side, go down to this PC. So where quick access is on the left side, go down there and just click once and highlight in blue this PC. And you should see all your drives.
Now you're talking about on the browser folder or in File Explorer?
Yeah, in File Explorer. So in File Explorer, there's going to be the right side, which is going to be all the folders or anything that you've selected on the left side. So the left side has all of the files. So it has the quick access stuff where it says like download, pictures, videos, desktop, that kind of stuff.
Right, okay.
If you
Everquest 2.
Yeah, if you scroll down below that, you'll see this PC, C drive, all that kind of stuff. So you can either use the mouse wheel to scroll down, or you can grab that slider, the little gray slider, and slide that down. See what I'm talking about? On the left side where it says quick access.
Well, on the left side it says this PC.
Yep, that's the one. Click that one. There
Sad
are
songs
3D
playing long.
objects,
Are they all sad, or is it
downloads,
just me?
videos, desktop, music, documents, pictures, windows.
Okay, this PC is the one you want to click on. So when you select this PC, you just click it once. That search thing that says search quick access will now say search this PC.
Right, okay, and then hit EQ2.
Yeah, then type EQ2 into that search box.
Okay,
Alright, and then that should come up with EQ2.
comes up with a bunch of EQ2s, but they got squiggly, weird-looking lines behind them.
That's fine. One thing
Just
you're
pick
looking
one.
you want to wait until it comes up with a picture that looks like the EQ2 logo. Because there's going to be the icon and there's going to be the actual application file that that look like the EQ2 icon. It'll just say EQ2 on it. Because it'll keep searching and finding things as it goes. And some of them are easier to find than others. Oh, where's a recruiter?
EQ2 settings exec.
That might actually be in the right spot. What is the file? I'm searching for mine now. But on the right side, it'll say a file extension. It'll say like C:/ something something something.
C:/user /public/Daybreak Game Company.
That's the one. Okay, so on ACT, you want to go to C, and then users, public, Daybreak Game Company, and then probably Everquest 2.
Okay, now say that again.
Okay, so we go back to ACT, right? And it's still asking for a file location. So in there, you go on the C drive, you go search for the user file, and that's gonna expand another file, and you go under that and you find public.
All right, where do I type this?
You don't type it. It's a click and drop down.
I'm not seeing it anywhere on the ACT.
Okay, so browse for folder is what you're looking for. The browse for folder window. It's gonna be like a separate window from the ACT.
Yeah, it says start. Parsing plugin, log file,
Yep.
and startup settings.
Okay, so there's another folder, or there's another window that says browse for folder.
Okay, it must have closed itself out.
Okay, that's fine. Hit back.
Right.
All right, and if it makes a noise at you, then it closed it. If it let you go back, then you can just hit next. Actually, I think it doesn't do anything, right?
Let me try this again.
So, yeah. Just close that window that says the start and parsing plugin, log files, startup settings, and all that kind of stuff. And you can start again.
I just closed out everything and went over and did the run as administrator or open file location. Which do I want?
Run the ACT as administrator would be fine.
Okay, it's loading settings. All right.
All right, so you go to options and then show startup wizard.
Options. Show startup wizard.
All right, so you got that open now.
Then hit next.
Yeah, next.
All right. Parsing plugin.
Hey man, thanks for all your videos on EQ2. I'm just coming back to the game after not playing since around 2015. Your videos have been very helpful for getting started again.
Suggests that you may already have a parsing plugin enabled. Check the plugin tabs before adding another.
That's fine. We're gonna do it again. Yeah, you just want the English parsing. Well, you're welcome.
Okay, EQ2 English parsing.
Mm-hmm.
And then hit download, enable plugin, right?
Yep.
Okay, it says the parsing plugin has been added and started.
Cool.
The official EverQuest 2 English parsing plugin for ACT. Hit
Mhm.
next.
Yeah, hit next.
Okay.
Alright, and I'll ask you if you want to use it for Final Fantasy or EverQuest 2.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll ask you where it's installed.
Well, it says browse for folder. I'm just
Yep.
going to hit OK.
Wait. Browse for folder, yeah.
EverQuest 2 exec was not found in this folder.
Yeah, no, you don't hit OK on that one. That's where you wanna expand the folders and find your folder.
Just hit abort.
No, don't hit abort. Or yeah, probably abort, yeah. So, what you're gonna do is under C on that window, you wanna look for the users file.
Show startup wizard. Wait a minute. Open
I
file
got you.
log.
Yeah, browse for folder. Are you in the browse for folder window? Or did you? You probably already clicked. You clicked that one out. Okay. So go back to the parsing plugin. So just click, and then hit OK again, and then select English parsing. And you can just hit next now because you've already installed it twice. So you just select it and hit next.
Okay.
And then, no on Final Fantasy, yes on EverQuest 2. Alright, now that window, the browse for folder window.
Wait a minute. Parsing plugin for Final Fantasy 2.
Oh yeah, no, you wanna switch that one to EverQuest 2 English parsing.
Okay.
Okay. And then you hit next. Yep. And you say no to Final Fantasy and yes to EverQuest 2.
Okay.
And then when it
Brings up
says
the browse for folder window.
Okay, so click the arrow next to this PC. And then you want to click the arrow next to C, the local disk C.
Aha.
And then you want to hit the arrow next to users and public.
Ah, Daybreak Game Company.
Yep. And click the arrow next to that one. And do you see an EverQuest 2 folder?
Yep.
Okay, click EverQuest 2 folder and then click OK. And then it'll probably ask you if you want to use it for Delta. Because it'll find that log file.
Auto version check. Da 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 da. Well, something must not be happening.
Okay. Did it say close or something?
Oh yeah, it says back or close.
Hit close. So it's done now. It's done setting up.
Okay, so I should have ACT now.
Yeah. So let's go kill something. And it'll populate data.
Give me a second.
Sure. Okay, so down here, like attack those mushrooms and kill them. Okay. Alright, so that's enough. So go now to your ACT and the main tab, and on the left you will see it added a fight.
Okay,
for the zone.
where is ACT?
So that's the program that is that's on your desktop now. The program that you have open.
I'm not seeing it.
It's the one you were just in. That you did all the setup in.
Oh, hold on. I closed it out.
Oh. Alright. So, okay. So, yeah, there was a setup window that you hit close on. But that blank white window that was in the back, that's ACT. So, yeah, you just open it. And now that it's all set up, you just open it and it records data as you go. So you just leave it open in the background.
Okay, so it's going to be sitting back there in the background doing nothing.
Yeah, it'll be collecting data and then activating triggers. So here's a good one to test that it works.
Carrot.
So did you hear it say carrot?
No.
You got ACC turned on? And it started
Yep.
up? Okay.
It says I did shitload of damage.
Barrage, barrage.
Do you hear that?
Uh-uh.
It says barrage, barrage. So minimize EQ2. Go into window mode and minimize EQ2. And look in the bottom right corner of your screen. Do you see two pop-up windows?
Yeah.
Okay, just hit whitelist on that.
Okay.
Okay. And just whitelist on both of them. So that means that if I share a trigger, you'll automatically put it into your thing.
Okay, so to see ACT, I've got to...
Barrage, barrage.
Okay, I heard that one.
Barrage.
I heard barrage.
Barrage, barrage.
That was large barge.
Yep.
Synergy successful.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. Now it's back. but everything's done. Only YouTube stayed open.
Damn. I'm starting to pick up wife aggro.
Yeah, that's fine. You're all set up for that though. So that should be all you need.
I'll play with this a little bit.
Yeah, everything else is like situational triggers that people will share. Sometimes you'll get a mess of triggers if you just take everybody's triggers. So I wouldn't whitelist everybody, but you know, you'll figure it out.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I probably won't whitelist anybody except you.
Yeah.
Anybody you vouch for.
Yeah, there's some people will share triggers if you whitelist them, and it'll be like this one girl was she put every time barrage happened, it was like Britley's the best. So like every time barrage happens, is they just hear that. But yeah, all right. Well, go make your lady happy, I guess.
Yeah, make peace.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Well, Twitch is back actually. My streaming software.
I have to hold her horses for a few minutes though, because I got to run the rest of my overseers.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sucked. YouTube just crapped out. Everything crapped out on me. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you everybody for watching, and we're gonna see you later. So,
well, just
peace.
One.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, or follow if you enjoy the content. Also, here's some other videos you might find interesting. If you'd like to support my work, please consider donating, buying some merchandise, or join Patreon. Thanks.